Send a text. I'll have another $1,000 for you in about 10 minutes. Next chance for you to go fund yourself here at 5:30. Cavaliers play tonight. It's a late game, so you get a little bit of the Corey Roddick experience ahead of time. Cavs are still on the West Coast playing the Kings tonight in Sacramento at 10 o'clock our time. 9:30 is when Cavs Live pregame will begin here on MMS and on the iHeartRadio app.
Keep forgetting to set the lights. We said we wanted to do a darker theme, and now that it gets dark at 5 p.m., I feel like I should do it.
It's dark at 3 p.m. Yeah, go ahead.
You're gonna give us
Gab Cruz is here. Mary and Poundcake are out. So why not?
Oh, that's cute. Ooh,
right?
this is exciting.
It's harder for us to see people who walk by when it gets this dark this early simply because of all the reflections. See, I like that a lot.
I do too.
I want to be lit primarily by the monitors.
They need to get me a light.
Oh, yeah.
I don't look but you look great.
I do.
And Alan looks great. My skin just is very, maybe that's just how I am. I'm just very gray.
I'm very gray.
Who's homeless?
Well, yeah, we should get, we should all have it.
Well, every time Keith comes in here, our boss comes in, he's like, hey, do you like these lights? Do you want more? And we're like, yes, please order
Please
them.
more.
And
yeah.
And he never does.
Mm.
So if you're listening, Keith, order the lights.
There you go. So Jarbra is hanging out, and Cavs will play tonight. This year's World Series, by the way, the second least watched in history.
Thank goodness.
Right? The Astros over the Phillies. What was the most least watched?
Like with the Tampa one?
Oh, was it really?
I'm not sure, though.
Like the World Series was getting beat by college games.
Mm-hmm.
Game 7 of the 1975 World Series between the Red Sox and the Cincinnati Reds.
Was the least watched? A game 7?
I think that's what it says.
Wow.
1975.
A game 7, though. You'd think a game 7 would have people curious just because it's winner takes all.
Oh, I'm sorry. I read that wrong. That was one of the most watched because back. Sorry. Because in the 70s, you could get 60 million people watching the World Series, right? The one this year, on average, they got about 11 million people.
Huh.
Yeah, Bill was right. Dodgers Rays was the least watched.
Was that 2020?
2020.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. Yeah, 1975. It would not make sense if that was the least watched of all time. So there were more people watching it in Houston than in Philly this time around. But what are you going to do?
But it seems like those were the only two markets that were even interested.
Yeah, nobody else cares.
Yeah.
Like it's not
Because there are sporting events where, if it's the Yankees, you're going to have big numbers. But even a team like the Guardians, they get America on their side.
Yeah.
And Phillies and Astros, everybody's like, oh, I don't want either of them to win.
I think people were on Team Phillies.
I think they're more on Team Phillies, but it's more like, I want them to win, but I'm not going to sit down and watch it. I just want to hear that they lost or hear that they won.
Also, the Nets have decided to forego all the Ime Udoka, what's his name, Udoka?
Yeah.
Michigas, and he's not going to be the new coach of the Nets. They're just going to take the next guy in line, the guy that was Steve Nash's assistant.
They should have got Jeff Saturday.
Hey, guys, aren't you a football coach? Yeah, but I barely have any experience doing that. We want a guy that's never played or coached basketball before. That's how they're doing it over in the NFL. Now, we really want a guy that just doesn't have much experience. He doesn't bring all that expertise, a.k.a. baggage, with him. That's where we are now in sports and everything else. Knowing things is just baggage. Who needs that? We want these fresh new ideas, Sure. So the Nets were, I guess, talking about Ime Udoka, which was the guy from the Celtics that was like banging one of his employees or something.
Well, he was engaged to Nia Long.
Nia Long.
And then he got suspended by the Celtics for a year. And then they said, hey, you can go coach the Nets if you want. And the Nets are like, we can make this happen. And then they decided, nah, we're not doing that.
So Jacques Vaughn who was Steve Nash's assistant coach, is going to be the new coach of the Brooklyn Nets. Between New Jersey and New York, and I keep forgetting they're the Brooklyn Nets. So who knows? But these are the things. Imagine there was a time when you getting a job wasn't contingent on another guy's wiener, which is what this amounts to. You go, guys, we just want a guy who's going to tell. I mean, I'm going to sound really naive here. I don't really even know what the hell a professional coach does. These are millionaires at the highest skill level. And the guys just said, yeah, go out and do, you guys know how to play. Go out and do it. I'm going to stand here on the sidelines in a suit and a clipboard.
You keep talking like that, and before you know it, you're going to be a coach.
Ladies and gentlemen, we announced the brand new coach of the Cleveland Cavaliers, Alan Cox. Who? Exactly. We don't need any expertise getting in our way.
And there's strategies, there's lineups, there's motivation.
I know how the game's played.
Aspects.
2 points for every buckety buck. I got it.
And they do commonly call them buckety bucks.
that is the kind of that's the kind of action you can expect from an Alan Cox administration over there at the Romo Fijo. So enjoy that.
Gab was with us when you coined the. I wasn't right when we coined it, but it was just days after.
Mm-hmm.
Gab was with us when you coined the phrase Romo Fijo.
When.
There you go.
It's funny because I was watching a documentary the other night on Cleveland. It was on PBS. And it was called Where Were You When Alan Cox Coined Romo Fijo? And boy, it was amazing to see all these people.
That's out already?
Yeah.
Oh.
Didn't take that long.
Did they keep any of my stuff in there? I did a lot
They
of interviews for
did.
that.
Yes,
good,
you're
good.
the bulk of it.
They made a lot of money on that. This studio looks great.
This is all paid for with,
PBS.
You know how rich they are at PBS?
With that PBS documentary.
Yeah, that's right. They do it for the love of the game. And, a Gab with a front row seat to the coining of Romo Fijo.
Nostalgic.
Right? I mean, that goes all the way back a couple of years.
2020.
A couple whole years. Pre-COVID.
It was?
Yeah.
Wow.
Right?
COVID must
Was it
have hit
2019?
right after that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Pre-pandemic.
Oh, wow.
You think in the midst of COVID brain fog, I could have come up with something as amazing as shortening Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse to just the first couple letters of each word? No. Hells no. But anyway, the people who contributed to that documentary,
Here, I can find the exact
it
date.
really made me feel good. You can find the exact date.
I found where we posted it. September 26th, 2019 is when I posted the video.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was pre-COVID.
Yeah.
We had no idea what was coming.
Nope.
No, we were blissfully unaware. Holy mackerel. Alan, I'm tuning in from Florida for the first time in a while. Who's the female?
Well, soon to be Alan, who's getting his nuts taken off.
According to Gab, I'm having my nuts removed on Friday. That's right.
I would just like to say that I thought that vasectomy meant tubes, and
Vas deferens is the tube.
right.
It is snipped.
That's what I visualized, but
Yep.
somehow
The deferensectomy just didn't roll off the tongue in the same
somehow
way.
in the process, I was worried for you.
The
that
female,
maybe I
well,
misinterpreted.
I appreciate that.
You know,
I appreciate the worry. You think this guy's asking me about my balls? No.
I mean, I thought
Who's
I
the
had
girl?
pants problems,
Yeah.
and then I was just looking out for a fellow pants wearer.
Thank you. Sometimes. The female in question is Gabriella Jarbra Cruz.
You stop that. Hello, it's me. Jarbra has graced you in this nice.
Maybe Jarbra can be
Blue
your
sleeve.
like dark,
Jarbra.
yeah, like your
Dark Brandon.
the dark side of
Yep.
of
Jarbra
Gabriella.
is to Gab's availability to Ted Bundy. Yeah, I'm like the opposite. I'm the dark.
Go ahead.
Yeah, the dark side. The you're not taking crap from anybody. You're not helping anybody. No one's giving you hugs.
Jarbra carries mace.
Jarbra doesn't let some drunk dude with no teeth put her in a headlock.
Yeah. Right.
Be aware that
To be
someone
fair-
will begin the next Alan Cox Show parody account under Jarbra. So just...
Jarbra.
Alan and I used to manage a thrift store that had dressing rooms. That's a flex. Customers would rip the tags off all the clothes and stuff them behind the mirror that we had to constantly glue to the wall.
Oh.
It was so irritating because the price tags were $5 or less. That was too much for those people. They go, I didn't come here to spend $9 on 8 shirts.
They took the tags off and stuffed the clothing behind the mirrors.
Stuffed the tags behind the mirror.
I was like, this is odd.
Why are all these shirts behind the mirrors?
I'm like, what, are they saving it for later? They found a really good thrift find and they were like, I can't pay $5 right now. I'm going to have to come back.
Are they shoplifting the tags? This is so strange.
They want the tags.
Oh, my God. We got money to give you here. Boy, think of what you can do in a thrift store with this $1,000. Holy cow. It's $1,000 to you to go fund to yourself. Listen closely, and I hope you win.
The Buzzard wants you to go fund yourself and score $1,000. Enter the nationwide keyword deposit at WMMS.com. That's deposit. Enter it now at WMMS.com. And good luck from Buzzard Radio.
On the subject of serial killers, something I don't understand, I was reading that Netflix has renewed Monster for seasons 2 and 3. Monster is the name of the Jeffrey Dahmer thing that took the world by storm 30 years
Okay, but it's
after
not
the
going to
real... No, it's not going to be him, but it's
Yeah.
like they're going to do... That's what we need. More serial killer dramatizations.
They get those people. I mean, they get the views. People love watching those shows. They also...
Guess so. I mean, I watched it.
Yeah, they renewed The Watcher, too, which I'm like, how do you make another season of that when they're like
right.
telling you how it all went down?
You better put Jennifer Coolidge in both of them. You want me to watch. You want me to be a watcher of your show. Yeah, so, the Monster, it had a really clunky name. It was Monster Jeffrey Dahmer, the Jeffrey Dahmer story or something. I don't know. But
Was that it was like a series where they acted it out?
the
Yeah,
Netflix
yeah.
dramatization,
I tried to watch it. I couldn't get
Didn't-
into it. It was
yeah.
just too real.
It's gross.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they didn't really show blood.
It was just
There was no
like,
gore in it, but it
with
was...
the music and the
Yeah.
very specific depictions of
Yeah.
scenes. I was like, this is not the same as hearing the recordings.
No.
And, like, the people doing interviews.
And it was all shot with like this grimy yellow gel color. Yeah, it was gross.
Weird. It was
yeah.
creepy.
Yeah, I didn't have any interest in watching
I
it
was on
either.
a first date trying to watch that, and I was like, I really just can't. I
That was what you
Can't
did for
watch
the
it.
first date? That was his Netflix and chill plan?
actually
was,
it was abandoned very quickly.
Netflix
Yeah.
and kill.
Yeah, seriously. See,
I think this is a Ryan Murphy deal because he does both shows.
gotta go Pixar.
Yeah, always.
Mhm.
Oh, speaking of,
Speaking of Pixar,
can you just tell me your favorite?
I don't know that I'd have to Google Pixar movies
All
and then
right,
tell
give
you
it a
what my
whirl.
favorite,
Bill?
because I haven't seen all of them.
Bill?
I mean, I think I gotta go with the OG Toy Story
Why do people love Toy Story so much?
because it was the first one that I saw and it was just so good and so fun.
I think there's something
But
about
Toy Story
it.
2 actually might be better. But then if I really think about it and really get into which one made me have the most emotions, it was what's it called?
Inside Out.
Inside Out.
I haven't seen
that
that.
one. That one really made me cry.
I haven't seen all of them. Of the ones I've seen, I'm going to go with The Incredibles.
Okay.
I love
That's
The
my
Incredibles
favorite
too.
one.
Fair
Yeah.
enough. People love Toy Story though, and it always like fascinates me. It didn't resonate with me as a kid, and it doesn't resonate with me now.
Okay.
Like there's something about
It did represent state-of-the-art computer graphic technology, too. And you look at it now and you're like, holy cow. It was 25 years ago Toy Story came out. So I
But
think,
still, Lion King was just so great.
well,
But
that's
that's
Disney.
not- That's not Pixar.
Okay, you're right,
That's
you're
not
right,
what
you're
we're talking
right,
about.
Right. Sorry.
I mean, you throw that in the mix. I'm talking Aladdin.
Yes. Okay.
All right.
So you're partial to the Disney movies.
I do. And you know what? They blend. They overlap for me. I don't know who, it's like sometimes Pixar with Disney animation or something, But I really think Monsters University gets slept on so much. It's great.
Monsters
The sequel.
University, The sequel.
Yes, not to be
Not
confused
Monsters,
with
Inc.
The OG is always great, but I am so thrilled. I think that Monsters University, MU, is if it might be the only movie that I think number 2 might be better than number 1. Like you were thinking 2 of Toy Story might be better than the OG.
What's the one that
I just saw Monsters University, like, I think last summer. It was good.
What was that one called that we watched together? We had a little edible. And then
that's probably why I can't remember.
Onward? Is that what it's called?
Oh, it was Onward.
Oh, with Chris Pratt in the van?
Yeah.
No lie. I was went to
Tom
hang out
Holland.
with Bill. We hadn't hung out in a while, and we were just catching up. And he throws on freaking Onward, and I'm glad we can talk about this now. I was like stifling Kim Kardashian whale tears. Like,
Yeah.
I was like I could. Feel,
You weren't though. We were crying like crazy.
Oh, did I cry?
Yeah, you cried.
Okay,
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
What
you
are
cried a
Kim
lot.
Kardashian whale tears?
Like wailing.
Yeah.
Oh, WAIL.
Yes.
Yeah, I think we both had a pretty good cry because that was also, like, I hate to say it, like, we were in each other's bubble. So it was at the beginning of the pandemic.
Yeah.
And we social distanced in my condo.
I thought
but,
it, and
yeah.
I thought it was going to be like a hilarious, the usual.
Yeah.
The usual.
No, it's like,
And then all of a sudden I was
Dad's
like,
dead.
I am going to hyperventilate and cry right now.
But they kill a parent in all of them.
I know, but it always gets me.
Well, yeah, Lion King, I bawled, and I.
So you want to
remember when we
impress
watched
me,
it in
do one of
preschool.
these that elicits tears with both parents alive. Because the quickest way to get people to feel something is kill a parent. It's the shortcut. It's the narrative shortcut.
I agree
You
with
keep
Alan.
both parents
Here,
alive
yeah.
and then get the tears out of me, and then you got something.
Sorry, I missed your call. I was just calling you back to let you know that I love you and I miss you. And that I know you're done. So when you get this, can you call me back? I love you and I miss you.
Right. I don't cry at those movies.
Are you a pansy, Alan?
No. Nope.
Will you be when
Favorite
your balls
Disney
are
movie?
gone?
Are you a pansy, Alan?
I can't get over that. I can't get
Oh,
over
man.
What? Give me the context.
of the call
Yeah.
He was asking me if I was a pansy.
or the
Are you a
girl
pansy,
crying?
Alan?
People don't
People
like
go,
it.
Alan, favorite Disney movie? Of course, Darby O'Gill and the Little People. Old Sean Connery?
Doesn't
What are you
hold up.
kidding me? Oh, please.
Young Sean Connery.
Can we just talk about
Sorry,
something?
old Sean Connery movie.
Have you guys seen Beauty and the Beast? Have you seen Cruella, the
No.
101 Dalmatians
No.
recently?
No.
Okay. Well, I just gotta say,
Do you?
Here's a hot take on 101
I
Dalmatians.
just want to know. Maybe it's just a question. I guess I knew, but like when you go and sit down and watch the movie, you really piece together with your adult mind that they got together and thought a movie about a lady who wanted to steal and kill 100 puppies to make a jacket out of it is like a real bizarre kids movie concept.
It's like when you forget that the subplot of the movie Beethoven is they're trying to develop bullets that will shred animals.
Oh, yeah. See, that's right over my
Rewatch
little
Beethoven
baby
and
head.
you go, oh my God. I didn't know that's what this movie was about.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's
and they
kind
needed a
of-
dog big enough to test the bullets.
Yes!
Yeah.
Wow.
Holy cow.
I need to go back and watch that. I forgot about
Yeah,
that.
go back and have some fun with Chuck Grodin and Beethoven. It's a lot of fun. Here's a
What-
scene from Beethoven.
They work.
And the credits roll.
Sorry, kids.
Sorry. Uh-huh. Oh, Beethoven. No. Oh, no. I have to go
Roll over.
roll over. Play dead. Quiet.
Do you
There's a
think
lot of
it's-
movies like that where there's some. I mean, All Dogs Go to Heaven.
Yes.
That's a real dark one.
right?
First of all, it's a lie.
Whoa. Why?
It depends on your thoughts
We don't
on
know if
the
it's
on
a
the
lie.
ontological. Well,
We
listen,
don't know
yeah.
if it's a lie.
Well, it's a lie because there's no afterlife.
Well, we don't
But,
know.
There's no evidence to support that theory.
There's no evidence to not support it.
You can't disprove a negative.
No matter
There's
what
no
girl we
evidence to
have in
support the
here,
belief. I know,
They
right?
always back and forth with us that same way.
Let's go back to the pants.
Yeah.
I have to take a break. Let me give you some Cavs tickets here. I'm looking for the 50th texter, okay? So text Cavs to 35192. I will grab the 50th texter, and you got tickets for Cavs, Trailblazers. Portland is going to be in town in a couple of weeks, and I will put you at that game. So if you want to get a Cavs game under your belt, what better time to do it than then? It's going to be the Wednesday, the night before Thanksgiving, 23rd at the Romo Fijo. Cavs, Blazers. You can go to Cavs.com for anything I might have left out. But 50th texter, shoot me Cavs to 35192, and you'll win.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.7
WMMS. Rover.